This might finally be a good Starship Troopers game, or it might get repetitive real fast. I played the demo of Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, and here's what stood out. Ultimate Bug War is an upcoming single-player FPS game, set in the universe of Starship Troopers, releasing this March. And the best part? This demo is completely free. So if you are curious, there is no reason not to try it right now. It features a semi-open mission where you can approach objectives in different orders. They are simple on paper, but once the swarm hits you, you stop caring about complexity and just try to survive. Mission starts pretty straightforward, drop in, briefing, talking about the objectives, and then the carnage immediately begins. This isn't a slow tactical gameplay, it's pressure, constant pressure. For this type of games, it's really important how the combat feels. Well, the gunplay actually feels pretty solid. Weapons have recoil, they sound punchy, and the swarm hits. It feels chaotic in a good way. You can really feel your bullets impact on the enemy. It's also worth mentioning who is behind this. This game is developed by Arok Digital, the same studio that made Warhammer 40k, Boltgun. If you played Boltgun, you know that this studio understands fast aggressive shooters. That DNA is noticeable here. The combat pacing feels very direct and focused on the momentum. The game leans heavily into quantity over complexity. The AI isn't smart, but it doesn't need to be. You're overwhelmed by numbers. At first it feels like easy game and almost no challenge, but there are moments when you find yourself reloading in the worst possible time, during a swarm and seeing how the arachnids are coming closer and closer while you're stuck in animation gives you that little adrenaline boost, making your heartbeat a bit faster.
How long's it gonna take?
It's a lot of data, Sammy.
Also, there is an interesting mechanic which allows you to call supply drops, containing random items varying from weapons, ammo to special abilities and health regen. The atmosphere is the strong part so far. It feels like Starship Troopers, chaotic, desperate and overwhelming. Performance in the demo was stable, at least for me, but considering the art style and the graphics of the game, this shouldn't be an issue. The swarm moments are generally intense. Enemy variety seems solid with all kinds of bugs. Some types that are not seen anywhere else, and it's completely new for the franchise. Maybe this is the closest thing to the 2005 FPS Starship Troopers game that we had. I know some people didn't like that game, but for me it's precious and aged like fine wine compared to many of the modern games. On the other side, one of my concerns is the repetition. If mission design doesn't expand beyond wave defense, this could get old really fast. And then again about the AI. Bug AI is fine. They are supposed to swarm you, but the AI of the friendly NPC soldiers that follow you around can be straight up annoying at times. They just run in front of you and block all your shots, and then complain about the friendly fire. In the long run I can see how this can become really annoying. Something that made an instant impression on me was the background. At first I was impressed by the sheer number of enemies swarming the island, but then you see how they just sink in the water. It's immersion breaking. I understand performance limitations, but once you notice it you can't unsee it. Another strange choice is that allies appear in 2D sprites, while enemies remain fully 3D. It's stylistic, but it can feel inconsistent and little distracting at times. I'm sure the retro art style will divide players, and I didn't like it at first, but after playing the demo it grew on me. It's arcadey and fun, giving me a feeling of an arena shooter and Doom vibes, but in Starship Troopers universe. What's interesting is the publishing side. Boltgun was published by Focus Entertainment, while Ultimate Bug War is being published by .mo instead. That could mean a different marketing push, different release strategy, maybe even a different scope for the project. And there is no announced price tag. Based on that, it will be depend if I can recommend the game for a buy on full price, wait for sale or not at all. If both gun is any indication, we might be looking at something around $20 range, but until pricing is confirmed, this is just speculation. Compared to Starship Troopers Extermination, this feels much more focused on pure combat intensity rather than base building or large-scale coordination. The pacing is closer to Doom-style arena pressure, fast, aggressive, constant movement, but with the classic 2005 Starship Troopers FPS flavor. And for the final verdict, there is a real potential here. The core combat works, the atmosphere feels authentic, and once you get used to the retro presentation, it actually complements the arcade pacing. This game doesn't need deep RPG systems and complex progression. It needs tight combat, strong pacing, and enough mission variety to avoid becoming repetitive. Right now, the foundation is solid. The question isn't where it's fun. It is. The real question is how long this fun can last. If the full release delivers enough content to support that foundation, this could finally be a consistently good Starship Troopers shooter. I'm interested, but I'm waiting for the launch before making a final call. If you're into Starship Troopers content, I'll be covering updates as we get closer to the release. Let me know what you think about the demo and whether you're planning on jumping in.
Sammy, I've got bad news. Second's being overrun.
Not on my watch.
Sammy, let's just get to the next island.
Player! If you're already a citizen, we thank you for your service. But if you're not, just remember, Ultimate Bug War may be your ticket to fast-track citizenship. Ultimate Bug War won't just show you what it's like to be out there in the battlefield. It'll make sure you have the quick thinking and even quicker reflexes it takes to survive as a soldier in a way you can track. Die less, score more. If you get a high score, you'll be hearing from a Federation officer with a special recruitment offer just for you.
Would you like to know more?
Are you doing your part? Wishlist now.